EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
15 line. 15 line. Back. Protein spill. Hit it.
Now Joe Mixon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch twins.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
65.
Topper. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Well, first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
50, plant.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Banjo.
Mixon will try the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ready.
Here we go.
Let's go. Now.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
29. 29.
To throw, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, it'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Wide, get wide. You go tight.
You got no west. You're right on 2. Small.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Carr. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I don't think you got it, sir. Deuce.
Go.
Now it's Mixon running right, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Watch the out. Check 50.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 3, Raiders 0.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Check three.
Hey.
Go get him.
Go.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Watch the slap. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So, on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Hey, Delta.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Get the ball. Hey, check 26-18.
Hey, order.
Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Ready?
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, alert 3.
80 weapons.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Squeeze. Bravo. Now.
Let's go right here.
Back to throw here. Open man is Uzama. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll run here with Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
10 more yards. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm going to get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the draw, here's Bernard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Haywood.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Bullock's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive.
He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He's going to take off with it. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, pick your game up. Under crush. Safe.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now! 180! Hey, we're good! 180! Out! He's one, later one! Whip! Later one! Greystone, travel! Crouch! Check!
They'll run with Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it!
Let's go!
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Hit it.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And an alley to run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Ready.
So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, now look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Protein spill. Be careful. Be careful.
He completes it to Boyd.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
With the score all time.
Let it 60 Pittsburgh.
What tight end? Hey, hey.
Dude.
On 1st down, Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Sam off.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner out there.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
General West.
Shift, watch the shift.
Cut up.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down into 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Hatchet, hatchet.
80 weapon.
Twist, watch, twist, watch, twist.
Say go.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe-bashed.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed
that.
it.
Super tough.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Express. Check 55, Mike. Express. They're running it. Hey, check right.
Here's Jacobs. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Kill. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown run. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the Bengals first down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out, out, out. 3 down. 3 down. Out.
Hey, zoom.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzoma. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 down. 3 down. Shift, shift. Check, check. Lucky.
61, matchbox lights.
SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
2nd and 3. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, check 24.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Buzz, buzz.
Twist. Hey. 50. 50's the Mike. 50.
Buzz.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL. A spot foul where it occurs.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Check
2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
93. 93. 55. Hang that down. OP.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Quick dash.
Your mind.
Check.
Express.
Who's that?
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And no, it's incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch the run. Get one.
Run, Gumbo.
You got tight right there. Check safety. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 52.
That's up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Check 24.
Express.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Kill.
It's on.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check three.
Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He's telling him to right. 3 down. 87's mine. I got 87.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready? 30 base.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, Charlie. Say go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Watch the ship.
Hurry up. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.